Hello, my name is Andy Hawbaker. I am a realtor with Coldwell Banker in northern Colorado, and I'm out here at Windsor Lake today. Quite honestly, it is the first week of November and it's about 70 degrees outside, so it is just too nice to be inside. And I had it on my to-do list today that I was going to shoot my monthly market update video. Well, that's not going to happen with me at a desk making the comparison of sale prices last month versus this month. I might follow up with that type of video later, but for today I just wanted to be outside checking out everything that northern Colorado has to offer. Okay, so that means that this month's market update is going to be more what I'm seeing in the market. So here we go. I've worked with both buyers, actually lots of buyers and sellers in the last month. Both of my sellers, I had two sellers close in October 2023. They got close to the asking price. One was a very unique property and ended up taking less. The other one had a small concession to help buy down the rate. So if you're a buyer, you definitely want to consider getting a concession from the seller to buy down your rate, and that'll help save you a lot of money if you can do like a 2-1 buy down. Ask me about the 2-1 buy down. There's even 3-2-1 buy downs, so there's a lot of ways that you can save some money that way. So concession was definitely part of the one sale, about a $6,000 concession. I've written offers with $10,000 concessions, and all that goes into covering your closing costs and buying down your rate. So that's out in the that's out there. If you're a seller, you kind of need to plan that you can't overprice or no one's going to come see it. But if the home is priced right, people will come. There are buyers who are going to come out and check out your home. But you probably are going to have to plan to do some type of seller concession to help them buy down the rate. So that's out there for the sellers. On the buyer side, I have a buyer under contract that'll close here in the next 2 weeks, and we actually got what I think is a screaming deal. We saw a property that had been sitting on the market for 94 days, I think, when we made our offer. So we kind of lowballed them, and then they came back with their lowest number, and we took it. So there are great opportunities out there for buyers. Now the thing is, you can't just go out there and lowball everyone. You've got to kind of find the right property and the sellers who are in a situation where they're willing to take less. They just need to get it sold. So there are going to be opportunities out there, and I guess that's my whole point of this. Is for buyers, I think right now is the opportunity. I think this is the time that you can buy something that can work for you. So you find something you can afford that's going to work for you for a long time, and you can always refinance it later. Now, I'm not a huge fan of the date the rate and marry the house. I do think that some people are going to get in trouble by taking on a payment that is higher than they can afford, and I don't want to see people ever do that. But that is part of what's going on in the world. But if you find something that you can afford that monthly payment, you should buy it now, because everyone's always thinking the prices are going to come down. The prices aren't going to come down because there's still demand. There's tons of demand. People want to buy homes in northern Colorado. That has not gone anywhere. So what we're seeing is even with higher rates, now there's less people in the market. Less people can make that, can afford that payment. But when those rates come down, which we now think is going to happen, I'm filming this the first week of November, and the Fed meeting was this week, and they did not raise rates for the federal prime rate. And that actually saw interest rates on mortgage loans come down the next day. So what we're seeing is the expectation of higher rates has kind of been cooked into the numbers for a while. And now that the Fed has shown that the rates aren't going to continue to come up, now things are softening a bit, and we're going to see that rates do come back down. But what is going to happen? All that pent-up demand is still out there, so those people are going to be buying houses. What's going to happen when more people come back into the market? Prices are going to go up. So the bad news is, if you've been waiting for prices to come down, instead what happened is rates went up, which made affordability turn into a nightmare. Then if those rates come back down, prices are going to go up. So there's really no win-win. My honest opinion is, buy a house as soon as you can afford the house. Hold on to it until you can afford to move up to the next house, and do that. That's the way that people make money with real estate. Waiting for the right time to buy is not going to work for anyone. So with that in mind, you can bash me in the comments. I'd love to see your comments below. Anything you think that I've missed here in talking about what's going on in the real estate market. Again, I'm talking specifically about northern Colorado, which I consider as Fort Collins, Loveland, Greeley, Windsor, the surrounding communities, Severance and Johnstown, and a little bit of Longmont also. But so that's kind of what I've been seeing. If you have any questions, you can always hit me up on my website, which is andyhawbaker.com. Again, my name is Andy Hawbaker. I'm with Coldwell Banker Realty, Northern Colorado. If you have any questions, hit me up. Thanks.